No one has been able to reach this generation of kids that we have today. Not with the power that Charlie Kirk has.
That's exactly true. Yeah.
Now, in our generation, it was Billy Graham.
Mm-hmm.
And Billy Graham touched the world like no one else has. And that's when we started having a religious, spiritual revolution. And that kind of went away for several generations. Well, we're back in this generation, keep this in mind, no one would have had the power to touch the kids today like not even Donald Trump, but like Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk touched not just the youth, but he touched nations. So let's talk about this for just a minute.
He did.
I looked up a few statistics. We have a Charlie Kirk when he was killed, and he was assassinated. He was assassinated for what he was preaching, for what he was talking to the college campuses. He touched the hearts of many, many children, many kids, many families, and that has changed, and we are in mourning over that. But let me tell you the blessing behind this. This is prophetic, and I'm fixing to prove this. The world is talking about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
How many leaders came out and gave condolences about Charlie Kirk? We heard from Japan, from China, from South Korea, from Spain, from France, everybody, Canada,
In
everybody.
London.
London.
Charlie.
They had vigils just like we did. Australia had some of the biggest vigils they are. Let me just give you some of the statistics here. It says the nations that held vigils were the U.S., the UK, Germany, Spain, Australia, Italy, France, Canada, South Korea, Israel, South Africa, Malta, Argentina, Poland. The Vatican came out and gave their condolences. And it goes on. And then we have leaders who did the same thing. And right now, the whole world is mourning Charlie Kirk. But the good side of this, the positive side of this, is that people are realizing that he had a purpose. He had a message, and he has a legacy. And his legacy is he spoke the truth. No one, and let me tell you what, Charlie Kirk had a 12th grade education, but he's the smartest man on earth. He had a mind that was a photographic mind. He could read something and he took it in.
All those numbers and figures.
Everything. He had a photographic mind. He had a photographic memory.
He was gifted by God.
We have wise men today. We've had wise men and educated men, educators that have not even come close to what Charlie Kirk has had and what he's given the world. Let's turn to Daniel 12 right now. And this is chapter 12. I'm going to start with verse 1. At that time, Michael shall stand up, the great prince who stands watch over the sons of your people. And there shall be a time of trouble. This is talking about the tribulation. Such as never has been since there was a nation, even to that time. And at that time, your people shall be delivered. And we're talking about the Jews. That would be the second coming. Everyone who is found written in the book, and this is the book of life we'll see in Revelation. And many of those who sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, and some to everlasting life, some to shame and everlasting contempt. And that's the great white throne judgment. Now, as the Bible often does, it'll switch themes in the middle of Scripture, and that's what it's done here. So listen to this. This is where Charlie comes in. And this is verse 3 in chapter 12 of Daniel. Those who are wise shall shine. Now, Charlie was probably the wisest young man I know. Now let's continue on and read. And the brightness of the firmament, and those who turn to many to righteousness. What did Charlie do?
Turned people to righteousness.
He turned people to righteousness. He was a wise man in his knowledge, in his actions, the way he lived, his family, and the people around him. Only the certain people are saying bad things about him. The world loved and respected this man. And there is no doubt about it. Let's turn on to the next line. Like the stars forever and ever. Okay, now this is where it gets really prophetic. But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. We're talking about this generation. And knowledge, the knowledge of what are we talking about?
Bringing them to God and to truth and
the knowledge of Jesus Christ. And what is everybody talking about today? Jesus Christ. The churches were packed this past Sunday. Millions of people are writing. I saw this one video of this young man. He stood there and he was out in the country and he was standing in a field and he had a suit on and he was just so proud of this suit.
Powerful.
And he said, folks, I've never owned a suit in my life. I've never owned a suit in my life. And look at this pretty suit. I look like Charlie Kirk. He says, and for the first time in my life, I'm going to church in a suit.
He said,
People are changing. Charlie Kirk's legacy is in the Bible. The knowledge of Jesus Christ is worldwide. You see it every night on the news. Every nation is mourning him. They are having vigils everywhere. And Sunday, when they have his funeral in Phoenix, Arizona, I guarantee you, it will be worldwide.